So I asked Walt to join me because Walt and I share an affinity for local government. We share an affinity for state government and federalism. Walt knows uh, where the influence is and where the where it is best to put his time and his energy. And when we had this conversation, I was so grateful to find somebody who felt the same way that I did. A lot of us will get caught up. Well, it's human nature to get caught up in the big races. And when I talked to Walt about the big races, he and I both said, we don't really follow them. We follow state politics because that is where the biggest impact can happen. And so, yeah. So I've asked Walt if he would come up and kind of share some of those thoughts with you. He's going to take a minute and then we have some awards. We're going to do them really quickly and I'm going to ask for some helpers. So just bear with us as we do this. And so Walt Plum, thank you very much.
When I was in the dinner line, I was with Don Savage, who was with Orrin Hatch's home teacher for the last 5 years of his life. When I was 27 years old and Orrin was 39, we were at two different law firms. And one day I was over at Orrin's law firm. I met him. He'd only been in Utah a few years. And I was so impressed with his demeanor and his tall, handsome, uh, and he was so uh, friendly and the next day he called me and he said, Walter, I want you to come with me and be my partner. You leave your firm, I'll leave my firm, and we'll become partners in the law business. And I told my wife the next day that I was my job after a year and a half, astounded. My point being, I was so impressed with Orrin and I couldn't get it out of my mind. And that was only after about a 3 hour meeting. And I have felt the same way about the Utah legislature. I have never met so many outstanding senators, and I know many are here tonight. And what a great group of people. Just outstanding. Every single senator, every single member of the House of Representatives. And I want to go on just 1 second. Derek Brown is going to be a tremendous attorney general, and I'm excited to have him. And then we look at our congressional delegation to the person. The, some of our new additions here, Mike Kennedy. Wow, doctor, lawyer. I mean, uh, and I know there's others here. Celeste is probably here, and Burgess is here, Representative Burgess. What a sacrifice to represent our country. And to think that they have to start fundraising all over again this year, oh my goodness, it's just painful. But uh, they want to do it because they're patriots. I love the Republican Party. It is absolutely the greatest. So I want to do one more advertisement, and that is Rob Axon for Utah chair of the Republican Party coming up. We've never had a chairman raise so much money for the Republican Party in such a short period of time. It's never happened. I know Derek was great, but there could there could be. Hey, thanks a million.
Thank you so much, Walt. He warned me, he said, you're going to give me an open mic? Yeah, we are. He's wonderful. So I'm going to do this really quick, but I really wanted to make sure that we recognize some of our legislators. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the name of the legislators, and I would like the legislators whose names I read to please stand up, but I would like their House district chairs or their Senate district, somebody in their House district. So we've got chairs, vice chairs, and education officer. So if they happen to be in your Senate, you guys rock, paper, scissors on which House chair is going to take that to them. These people have been wonderful. They have been supportive. We had a great legislative session. And I don't mean great as in everything went well. I mean great as in greatly improved communication. That was wonderful. People that said, hey, tell me what's really going on with this. And it was great. I mean, it's not a secret. I'm opinionated. I mean, why else would I do this, right? You don't get this much passion with no opinions. And they were very tolerant of that, and I appreciated that. And so I have I think they're all here tonight. And so if I call your name, will you please stand up? And if you're in their House district, you're their House district chair or vice chair, would you please come and get one of these awards? We have some gold elephants. I loved them when I saw them because it reminded me of the future. They look like small elephants, and we have to do the right thing, larger elephants, to bring the small elephants along and to keep a system and a government and a state that upholds freedom for those who come after us. Absolutely. So, Kristen, Representative Chevrolet, if you would stand. Representative Shepard. Representative Abbott, Representative Thurston, Senator Baldery, Representative Clancy, Senator Stratton, Representative Malloy, Representative Christofferson, Representative Burton, Senator Brammer, Representative Welton, and Representative Peterson, Senator Owens, Representative Shelley. And if you are in their House district, will you please come and get one of these awards and take it to them? So thank you very much, representatives and senators. You can have a seat, and they will bring these. Okay, while they're doing that, so we can have the night go a little bit faster. If Wendy Hart could come up, please. Okay, I asked Wendy to join me because we have legislators who have done a wonderful job, and we are so grateful for them. We have had people in our county who have stepped up, who have done things that people don't know about, they don't hear about, they're not sure, and we see these things happen. So we wanted to also offer an appreciation to them tonight, and so I've asked Wendy to talk about them.
First of all, could I have Marilyn Momini stand up? There's Marilyn. Marilyn is wonderful. Marilyn is a California transplant, but we don't hold that against her because I am as well. Marilyn came into Utah County and has just been this election pit. I mean, if it's elections, she knows about it. She's volunteered at the county clerk's office. She digs into the data, and anytime you find out that there was a bill that was going on in GovOps, Marilyn's already there and she's commenting. So anyway, thank you, Marilyn. So should just take them. Okay, okay. Lara Christensen. Oh, right there. Don't let her small size make you think that she's ineffective. This woman is a powerhouse. And again, the number of times that I go up to the Capitol and she's there and she's calling me and saying, hey, there's this going on, please be involved. Lara is fantastic, and we just want to recognize.
So did Chris Knoll make it? Is he here? I haven't seen him. I'm going to reach out to Chris. Chris was wonderful to me when I became chair. You need a mentor, and he called me and he said, it's really hard. It's going to take everything you've got. Do you want help? And he has helped me all along the way. Like, I know some people, everybody within the Republican Party, we also have our diversified politics. Chris Knoll has been a wonderful support and a foundation. He has come and done presentations on data for us. Any question that I had, he has just been a wonderful mentor and friend. They have term limits in Salt Lake, so he is no longer the chair, and I'll reach out to him, give this to him. But Chris Knoll did a wonderful job and a service for Utah County by helping us.
Natalie Clausen, could you stand up? I met Natalie, we again, election integrity. Natalie Clausen is probably the person who knows the most about Code 20A. and the election code. She has dug into that. She helped write, those of you that knew about the Secure Vote Utah initiative, she helped write that entire initiative. That's legalese to get us back to really good election integrity. She researched it back to the 1980s. She knows election law like nobody's business, and she's just a wonderful human. We just wanted to.
The next one is Lene Millett. Will Lene stand up? Oh, they don't know that we're calling their names. Lene has been incredible. We had a situation that we're still dealing with, and she was one of the first to call back and said, "What do you need me to do?" I hear high praise from everybody closest to her, which is always the highest of praise when people who know you really well still can sing your virtues. And so, Lene, thank you for being a pillar in our community and for always being at the place where people need the most help. You're always there. Thank you.
Where is she? Oh, way back. Oh, there she is, way up there in the back. Leah's another one of these people. I think she lived at the Capitol this last time. She's just always there. And just every time I see her, she's standing up for all of the principles that we hold dear. We just wanted to recognize her for taking that time because, you know, it's one thing to be a legislator, it's one thing to be a lobbyist, it's another thing to be just a citizen and to spend that time just because you're interested in freedom. So we want to recognize.
Yeah, Leah doesn't know this, but like 20 years ago, I fangirled over Leah when my sister was in a homeschooling group, and Leah knew her founding documents. And I was like, this girl understands the principles of freedom, and that was one of the times where I was like, wow. And then to have this relationship with her this many years later, so I thank her for kind of putting me on that path. All right, the next two that we have, if we can have Moxie, they have a table, if they can stand. Anthony's here for Moxie, and then also Shepherd Grip and Lighting. And is Phil here? Oh, Phil, please stand. Please give these two companies a round of applause. They have saved us so much money. They let us use their facility. They're always so wonderful. We hold our monthly executive committee meetings at Shepherd Grip and Lighting. Phil is always fantastic. Moxie has let us hold our trainings there. Very grateful to Jason Walton and to Moxie and to Phil, Shepherd Grip and Lighting. So thank you so much, so much. We just have one more. I have Mac Sims, if Mac would stand up. I'm going to tell a funny story about Mac. Mac and I are not on the same side of almost any, and that's true. That's what I said when I sent him his birthday text. I said, who would have ever thought? So about, I don't know, a year and a half ago, I invited some people to have dinner before we went to an event. And I invited Mac and his wonderful wife, Kaylin. And I was a little blunt, and I looked up across the table and I said, Mac, I never thought I'd like you. And he's pretty blunt too, and he goes, feelings mutual. He is the most hardworking. He will show up. I can call him at 11 o'clock midnight. He has stayed on the phone with me to help me with data. If you've ever been to the state convention, it's pretty much Max setting up every single thing that is there. So many people sing his praises. His dedication to the party is like almost surpassed by none. And so I had to give a shout out to Mac. I disagree with you on a lot of political things, but you are a wonderful human. So. Okay, thank you so much, Wendy Hurt. All right, John Curtis,